All right, nerds. So this is what I like to call the episodic content, aka TV and streaming. So stuff that, you can get over your bunny ears or get on cable or from Netflix and HBO Max and Disney Plus, etc., etc., etc. This comes from a much longer video called The Week in Nerddom that exists over on the main channel. You can go check that out. There's a bunch of other news there, but also don't forget to swim around here while you're on the Nerd News Clips channel and see all of the other content that isn't also on the main channel. But, since we're here, let's talk about TV streaming and such. TV streaming. All right, let's talk about TV news. We're talking about the Orville. We have Willow in the follow-up section. We have Sweet Tooth trailer for season 2 and a bit more. So in follow-ups and corrections, follow-up on Bel-Air, season 3 has been confirmed. Now that season 2 is currently going up onto Peacock, I believe is where that one goes. Now that season 2 is happening, season 3 has been confirmed. They will be coming back for a third season. I dug season 1, have yet to start season 2. I actually didn't technically finish season 1, but it's good. It's good. It's worth a watch. I think I did it as a suggestion when it was about 3 or 4 episodes deep. So go check it out. Season 3 happening. Next, we're talking about the Orville. This is actually just a quick update from Seth MacFarlane. He has confirmed that he wants to do a 4th season for the Orville, but considering that Hulu is owned by Disney, Disney is in crazy amounts of flux right now, he's uncertain if they will actually get a renewal for a 4th season. They have not been canceled at the moment, but they have not been renewed yet either, which is crazy because season 3 was so good. So I'm just, let's raise the profile of the Hulu show, The Orville, because everyone should watch it, especially if you are a science fiction fan or a Star Trek fan or just a nerdy person in general. Regardless of whether or not you agree with Seth MacFarlane's personal politics, this series is fantastic. You should watch it. We're going to get more in depth in that in just a second. But yeah, that is The Orville. Next, we're talking about Willow. We talked previously, I think we talked about it in the live show, that Willow has been canceled after the first season. Well, Jonathan, where'd my notes go? Jonathan Kasdan, the showrunner for the show, has come out and said, actually, tales of our demise are premature. But there's a little bit of an issue with the statement. So in his statement, he basically said what we were talking about with the Mindhunter series over on Netflix. Mindhunter released their actors after season 2 was done, released their actors from their contracts so that they could get work. Presumably, eventually, they would be coming back to do a 3rd season. And then that got shut down pretty dang quick. So what Kasdan is saying is basically the same thing, is we weren't sure when we were going to get to make a 2nd season, so we let everybody out of their contracts so that they could get other work, because if they're just waiting for us, they're not making money. And we are going to be returning for Volume 2, is what he's referring to it as. And in his statement, he also made reference to the fact that there is going to be an option for a Volume 3 for the Willow series as well. Still haven't been able to bring myself to watch Willow just yet, so don't know personally if I'm okay with a Volume 2 happening, though it seems Kasdan is really putting it out there that they're going to be pushing forward with this. We have experience with such issues, though, and previous experience does not bode well for this series if they've let all of the actors out of their contracts. It could turn around. It could happen that we get a 2nd season for this. I'm not holding my breath, though, and either should you. So that's what we have for our follow-up section. We do have one trailer to talk about this week. Sweet Tooth Season 2 finally got a trailer. If you didn't watch the first season, now would be a good time to catch up on Sweet Tooth. I know I am going to be very likely be doing that over the course of the next week or so. So season 2, looks great. I know a little bit about the story of season 1, and it looks like season 2 is picking up pretty much straight off. Jeff Lee Meyer does great work. I'm very excited to watch this. You should be too. Let's move on. There is no regular ass news. So, suggestions for TV streaming. The suggestion, you probably guessed it, The Orville. Go watch all 3 seasons on Hulu. This show is absolutely worth your time. Season 1 is a little goofy, trying to find, exactly the voice of what MacFarlane wanted to do with it. Season 2 finally finds the voice, and season 3 picks it up and runs with it. This show is so good. If you are a Star Trek fan, if you are a science fiction fan, if you are just a nerdy person who really likes good quality programming, this show absolutely deserves to be watched. Go check out The Orville. Once again, nerds, that was a short section that comes from a longer video on the main channel, Generally Nerdy, YouTube or Rumble. Take your pick. I'm on both. You can go find it there. You can go find all of the other news there as well, including the live episode. We do a live episode roughly once a week, every Friday evening. You can join the conversation live, or you can just leave comments here on this one or any of the other ones you find on the Clips channel. Thank you very much, nerds. We've got other news to discuss in other videos, but while we're getting out of here, don't forget that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.